there is something very, very important I want us to talk about. There are so many youths, even adults, who are secretly battling what is called inferiority complex. Yes. See that silent struggle that eats away your peace of mind and takes away all your self-confidence. Yesterday I was doing something and I had a flashback to when I was in secondary school, the experiences I had, and what inferiority complex, what it did to me. So I said today we're going to talk about inferiority complex. We're going to talk about where it comes from and how to break free from it. But before we go ahead, if this is your first time of coming across my video, this is also Inspire's channel, and here we talk about real life, our struggles, we share our experiences, the good, the bad, and then we talk about our faith and help each other fulfill the purpose of God for our lives. So subscribe, hit the like button, drop a comment, and share our videos. Okay, let's continue. See, inferiority complex. Nothing is not just about low self-esteem. See that feeling, that deep feeling that you're less valuable, that you're less capable, and you're less worthy of others. That is inferiority complex for you. When it comes to youths or children, we can say it comes from comparison. When we talk about grades, maybe in class, someone, that vibrant type, like in my school, then they call them the firebrand. Yes. And then probably you, unfortunately, they've asked you question 2 or 3 times and you didn't get it correctly. You will not want to raise your hand, or you will not even want to be picked to answer a question. So you get to find out that you start hiding yourself. You don't want to speak up. You don't want to come out. Another way is through beauty. When it comes to youths or children, there's something that happened with my daughter when she was in primary school. She came back home one day and then she asked me, she said, "Mommy, why am I taller than my mates?" Because she's taller, really taller than her mates. That her friends are talking, kind of laughing at her that she's too tall, that she's taller than they are. So she asked me, "Mommy, why am I taller than they are? Why didn't God make me to be like them?" Immediately I heard it. I said, no, 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 no. That thing that happened to me is not going to happen to you. So I called her and I asked her, we are taught that we are fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and likeness of God. She said yes. And I asked her, which means you resemble God? She said yes. And I said, you're beautiful, right? She said yes. And I said, that's all. I told her, you see those your friends and those your classmates, they are just envious of your height. In their mind, probably they are begging God to make them as tall as you are. Look at how beautiful you are. And then they just want to distract you. So I talked that self-confidence into her. And then she said, okay, Mommy, you are right. And that was it. That was how she, that comparison of, why am I taller? Why are my mates like this? I had to help her. She build that self-confidence that she is who God has created her to be. So these are things that can easily make a child, start feeling inferior to her mates. Then when we talk of adults, we can say financial stress, struggles, when you're not meeting up, when you feel that you're not achieving what your mates are achieving. All these things, can bring about inferiority complex. Now, let's look at the signs. What are the things that when you see in your life, you know that, okay, I think I have a problem of inferiority complex? Number one, you feel like you're not good enough. When they ask you to come and do something, you're like, no, 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 I can't do it. That used to be me. Like I said, this channel, we're mainly going to share some of our life experiences so that you realize that there are people who have gone through what you're going through. You're not the first. So when you realize someone has gone through this and come out of it, then I don't think, I have an excuse of not coming out of that same problem. So thinking that you're not good enough, that time when they asked me to come and participate in some things, play some roles, especially in church, I will shy away. I will say, no, 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 I can't do this. Even if I know I can, but I'm just shy because I feel that that person is better than I am. That person can do it better than myself. So when you start saying that, that's a sign. Another one is that you find it difficult to celebrate other people's wins. Yes, it will make you, when others are achieving great things, instead of you to celebrate them, you will not want to celebrate them. You know the reason. That is because when you celebrate them, it brings out that inferiority complex in you. It shows you, okay, this person is achieving this and I have not achieved it. So instead of you to celebrate that person, you would rather decide to pretend like they did not achieve anything so that you convince yourself that you're good enough. Number 3, when you find out that you keep comparing yourself to everyone around you, think again. When you want to be like this person, you want to be like A today. Tomorrow you want to be like B. Next tomorrow you want to be like C. You want to be like that woman. You want to be like that sister. You want to be like that brother. You want to be like that man. You're comparing yourself to everybody. That is a sign of inferiority complex because you don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in yourself. You don't know what that person is going through, but you already think that they are better than you are. There was one time I met this woman. She's a friend, and I was asking her how she was doing, and she was telling me so many things she's going through. I think then she was pregnant and she was having financial problem and all that. And then she was like, I envy you. Things are so good for you. See the way you are shining. And then I laughed and I told her, do you know that I've been going through so things for the past 6 to 8 months? And then she screamed, yes. That's a story for another day, another experience of mine that I'm going to share one of these days. She screamed. She was like, how are you doing it? How are you going through all this? And you're still shining, you're still strong. I see you come to church, you dance, you're happy. And then I told her, what do you want me to do? Because I believe the God that I serve, and I know that this is just a phase that will come and will pass. And then what you're complaining? It's just that there is no money for food. Okay, now you're trying to be like me. And I asked her, okay, do you still want to be like me? And she said, no, I think I'm fine where I am. So imagine when you keep comparing yourself to everybody. Do you know what they are going through? Have you ever tried to find out their struggles? So when you keep comparing yourself to everybody, that's a red flag. Another one is, I think that should be number 4, is when you're afraid of taking risks because you believe that people will laugh at you. You believe that you're not going to succeed. What if you fail? And it's that bad now because of social media. Everybody projects their achievements. They highlight their success stories. They highlight everything good in their life. So when you see it, you feel, like you're falling short. I've been there. I struggled so much with it. When I come online and I see my mates, they are doing this, they are doing that, they're achieving so many things. Yes, it's a challenge, to me, but it kind of started drawing me back. Like, you're not good enough. Look at your mates. Look at what they're achieving. Do you understand? So now that, the social media era, it makes you see the wins of people, what they post. But don't forget that behind those wins, all those people have struggles. Myself, there was a day I asked myself, even what I post on social media, 98% of them are the good things, my wins. Yeah, sometimes I share my bad experiences that people can learn from. But 98% of them are the good ones. So even if I tend to keep away my struggles from social media, likewise, all those people who I see and their achievements, is like, I'm afraid I'm not doing enough. They are also going through struggles that when they tell you what they go through, you realize that the little you're doing is enough, though there is room for improvement. I think I'm going to stop here and watch out for my next video for the continuation of this particular topic, inferiority complex. We're going to talk about in the next video where it comes from and how to break free from inferiority complex. Please watch out for the second part of this video. Don't forget to share, to like, to subscribe, and to drop your amazing and encouraging comments. I love you.